All right, guys, I'm on for a live stream. It's been requested. It's something I love doing. Might even do it again around that. So it was 25 rounds, maybe around round 15. We'll come back in about 2 months' time and see what I think in regards to team performances based on the ladder predictor. But the NRL.com ladder predictor is always a ton of fun. I'm not going to do, I'll make a video separate on it. I'll just do this live stream now. I guess no, I won't do the points differential. I'll just do the teams and I won't tell you all of the results. I'm just getting through a couple rounds, but if there's something that I think is going to happen worth talking about, a little bit of an upset, I won't give you all my upsets, but I'll give you a couple. So those are the tips for this round. If you don't know my tips for this round, guys, taking the Raiders to beat the Rabbitohs, the Storm to beat the Sharks, the Titans to beat the Broncos. Even though I'm very close to tipping the Broncos, I think Titans' defense will be off, but they'll win the game in the end. Penrith Panthers against Manly. Everyone's tipping Manly, and I'm not on the Manly train, guys. Unfortunately, I think it comes crashing this weekend. Parramatta to beat the Bulldogs. The Roosters to beat the Knights in a Golden Point thriller. I think it's going to be a really good game on Saturday night, so get down there. And if the Roosters or Knights win 30-6, then sorry. The Cowboys to beat the Warriors. The last time the Cowboys were chasing 4 straight wins, I found out today that they played the New Zealand Warriors, so they won that game. So I reckon they'll do the same here, go 4 straight, and then we'll see if they win next week. They got their rivals in the Broncos. And the Dragons to beat the Tigers. So that's round 9. Round 8, Rabbitohs and Storm will be a fantastic game. Good chance of both Latrell and Pappenhausen being out, which is why I think Sportsbet has both these teams around that $1.90 mark. And I won't give you my tip, but it's a very even game. I think the Panthers will beat the Sharks. Eagles, Roosters, I won't give you that tip there. Knights and the Raiders, I won't give you that tip there. I think the Titans will beat the Tigers. I like that one. Broncos against the Cowboys. We've got the Manly Seagulls up against the Warriors at Lottoland. Yep, I'm going probably Manly, but we'll see what happens this weekend. And the Dragons against the Bulldogs. I know who I'm going for that one there. Not going to say my tip though for some of these games, so you have to wait and see and be a subscriber of the channel. Tigers and the Knights. This is Magic Round. 2 weeks till Magic Round, guys. I'm actually getting so pumped up. I'll let you guys know now, regardless of tipping, probably. The teams that I will be getting behind for Magic Round. Just make sure. More. All right, guys. I'll talk to you a bit about Magic Round because I'll be there. Yeah, they have had a mad rivalry. It's great to watch. All right, so I reckon that the Knights, I'll be getting behind the Knights against the Tigers. I'll be getting behind the Broncos against the Seagulls, even though probably Manly could win the game. I think the Broncos at home. I'll be getting behind the Brisbane Broncos as much as I hate them. I'll probably get behind the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs against the Raiders. I've gotten behind the Raiders quite a bit. I think it'll be good fun to get with those Bulldogs fans, hopefully, and get some mad Bulldogs, be a good chance. You got the Rabbitohs against the Sharks. Probably get behind the Rabbitohs there. Didn't really getting behind a disgraceful Sharks outfit on the weekend. Roosters against the Cowboys. I'm not sure who will win. I'm going to get behind the Roosters. Warriors and Eels. Well, I'm stupid if I'm getting behind the Warriors. And, guys, I've said this in a live stream, so I guess I can come out and say it now. And you can record this and watch it in a few weeks and tell me I'm right. But I'm tipping the Gold Coast Titans to beat the Penrith Panthers at Magic Round. Sunday, the 16th of May. Penrith will suffer their first loss of the 2021 NRL season at the hands of David Fifita, Tino Fa'asuamaleaui, Corey Thompson, and AJ Brimson. So, really outrageous prediction there, but I'm honestly going with it, guys. So, that's my big one with the ladder predictor. And that currently that round, we've got Panthers, Eel, Rabbits, Storm, Roosters, Titans, Dragons, Knights, with the Raiders in ninth. So let's move on to the next lot of games. I'm going to have to go with that team there. Going to have to go with the Warriors to smash the Tigers. It says Mount Smart Stadium as well, so they could be back at home. Dragons, Sharks could be close, but I think that team will win. Titans, Bulldogs, only one winner there, I think, especially being at the Titans' home ground. That's a bit of an upset for you. And the Panthers to beat Rabbitohs. That's at Bathurst, I think. And Eels and Manly, that'll be a fantastic game on the 23rd of May. Really looking forward to that one. All right, next round we have the Storm and the Broncos. Obviously, Melbourne. Stupid question. Yeah, I'm going to go with that one. Tigers and Dragons. I'm going to go the Tigers. I'm going to go the Tigers. I think they lose this week. I think in a couple of weeks they come out in a month's time, month from today. Yep, I reckon the Tigers will beat the Dragons. Panthers, Bulldogs, Panthers by 70. Rabbits and Eels. Latrell Mitchell will be back for this one. I wish I could attend it. I won't be attending much games at ANZ by the looks of it, guys. I'll go with this team. But I will be going to the game after this, which is the Roosters and the Raiders. And I'll let you know, guys, I reckon the Canberra Raiders will get behind and get a win here at Central Coast Stadium. They'll win away from home. Will be a big confidence booster there. Sharks and the Titans. Manly and the Knights, always a great game there. Manly have a great record against Newcastle, so I'll probably go Manly in round 12. Round 13, we've got the Dragons and the Broncos. We've only got the 4 games. This will be the origin period. Dragons probably, but Ben Hunt will be out. Payne Haas will be out. It'll be an interesting game. Tigers and the Panthers. Look, it's at Leichhardt Oval, but I just can't see the Tigers doing anything. Even a B-grade side for the Panthers could honestly flog the West Tigers. Storm and the Titans. Well, I'm big on the Titans based on this so far, but Melbourne and Parramatta and Newcastle, and I think Para. Manly and the Cowboys. I won't give you my tip for that one. I'll go this team. I'll go this team. Sharks and the Panthers. I will go. I'm going to go the Sharks. I'm going to go the Panthers' first loss against the Titans, and I think they lose 4 weeks later. Healthy for them. Against the Sharks, Cleary will be very tired from Origin. A lot of players could really be playing Origin in Isaiah Yeo, Nathan Cleary, Brian To'o, Jerome Luai. There could be a lot of outs for that game. So, yeah, I'm going to go the Sharks. I'll probably get to that game as well. Gold Coast Titans and the Roosters again. James Tedesco will be out. Luke Keary obviously won't be out. He's not playing. Victor Radley might be out. I'm going to go the Gold Coast there. I think I'm going to tip the Gold Coast Titans to defeat the Roosters there. So Titans to knock off Roosters and Penrith within a month. That's crazy. Rabbitohs and Knights. Yep, I know who I'm going. Storm and the Warriors at New Zealand. Parramatta and the Tigers at Bankwest will win that by 40 plus. Okay, so let's have a look. So we've got the Broncos and the Rabbitohs. That team. Cowboys and the Sharks. We've got the Cowboys there at home. Panthers and the Roosters. Oh, Parramatta's in first. 13-1. One loss so far, boys. Let's go. Let's keep it up. Titans and Manly. There we go. That one. Weird feeling on the 19th of June when the Storm play the Tigers. I think the Tigers might win. Why? Why do I think the Tigers will win? No logic. Just a weird tip. Going with it. Going with the Tigers. Wow, that's a weird prediction. Penrith. No, Warriors and Newcastle. Let's go. Newcastle. Parramatta and the Panthers. Melbourne Storm and the Roosters. I'm going to go with that one. Warriors and the Dragons. I'm going to go with the Warriors. Bulldogs and the Seagulls. Going to go with that one. Seagulls. Raiders and Titans. I'm going to go with that one. I'm going to go that one. Broncos and Sharks. I'm going to go with the Broncos. I'm going to go with the Broncos there. Rabbitohs and Tigers. Rabbitohs easy. And we're going to go with the Knights that round. Okay. Let's continue. We're going to go with Sea Eagles and the Raiders. Go with them. Oh, they're in the 8. Oh, one of these teams was out of the 8. They were in around 9th, 10th for a while, and now they've moved into the top 8. Rabbitohs and the Cowboys, yep. Bulldogs and the Roosters. Roosters will be missing a few players, but they will still flog that team. Joseph Sawali will definitely be playing by then if he doesn't play this weekend. Sharks and the Warriors. I feel like they'll win. Just. Parramatta and the Titans. Interesting game. Interesting game, that one. Manly and the Dragons. I'm going to go with them. Raiders and the Sharks. I'm going to go with the Raiders. I think Raiders will be too good. Cowboys and the Roosters. The Chookies there. The Raiders in 8th at the moment. Tigers in 16th. Go and play the ladder predictor, guys. If you're commenting your predictions, which I've done my predictions pre-season, but the ladder predictor is just a ton of fun and it makes you realize if you're right or wrong. Panthers and Warriors. Ooh, I'm gonna go the. It's been 6 weeks since the Penrith Panthers lost the game. I'm gonna go the Warriors at Mount Smart Stadium. The Warriors defense to compete with the Panthers there. I'm gonna go the Warriors. Broncos and the Tigers. I'm gonna go with that one. And Rabbitohs, the Bulldogs. Should be a bloodbath where the Rabbitohs win that convincingly well. Hey, mate, hope you're having a great stream. Thanks, man. I'm just doing the NRL's ladder predictor. People are dropping their predictions as well in the comments. You just subbed and you go for Panthers. Thanks for subbing, man. I really appreciate it. At 3,000 subscribers, I'll be doing huge giveaway, and we're getting so close, guys. So absolutely awesome. I'll try and pump out some live streams the next couple of weeks. Eels and Raiders, can't wait for that game. That'll be a blockbuster. Raiders will hit a bit of form by then. Roosters and the Knights, going to go with, they're on a bit of a roll here, this team. Cowboys and the Storm, going to go with the Melbourne Storm. Sea Eagles and the Tigers, going to go with Manly. That's a Central Coast Stadium as well. I could be at that game. I might be at that game. We'll see. I might go. Rabbitohs and the Warriors, going to go with the Rabs. Panthers and the Broncos, they're putting a good contest, but Penrith at home should win that comfortably. Dragons and the Titans, you're going to go with the... Oh, that's a tough game. A lot going on this game. If one team wins, they move into 7th. If the other team wins, they move into 6th. And the other team doesn't make the 8 currently. I'm going to go with that team. So that team's out of the 8 currently. And you got the Bulldogs and the Sharks. And I'm going to go with the Sharks. Even though they lost on the weekend. What am I going to do with St. George? What am I going to do with St. George? What do you mean? Like your team? Is that what you mean? I think Parramatta will most likely flog the Raiders, seeing the way Canberra's going at the moment. Yeah, they're not going great at the moment, the Raiders, but I think they'll get up for tomorrow night's game. SCG, Parramatta versus Roosters. I'm going to go with this team. They're on a roll. That team there. Tigers and the Warriors. Going to go with the Warriors. Don't see much wins for the Tigers. I really don't. What's next? The Broncos and the Cowboys. Going to go with that team there. We're going to go with the Dragons and the Rabbitohs. Going to go with the Rabbitohs. Knights and the Raiders. We're going to go with the... I'm going to go the Knights. I'm going to go the Knights there. What about Rabbitohs and Raiders? I've already spoken about that game, man. I'm just doing a general consensus of the whole season here based on what I've seen. in the first 8 rounds or 7 rounds. Storm and the Panthers, that'll be a really good game, but I feel like ultimately this team will win. Bulldogs and the Titans, I can't see the Bulldogs coming close in that one, considering the way the Titans are playing in my predictor. Manly and the Sharks. Going to go with Manly. We're moving to the final 4 rounds, guys. Current top 8: Panthers, Rabbitohs, Eels, Storm, Roosters, Titans, Manly, Dragons, and the 3 teams all on equal points. Missing the top 8: Raiders, Knights, and the Warriors. Bit of a gap between that to the Sharks, Broncos, Cowboys, Tigers, and the Bulldogs. So let's move on to round 21. Knights and the Broncos. Going to go with the Newcastle win that. The Raiders and the Dragons at GIO. I think they are outside the 8, but Canberra win that game and they sit in 8th position. Parramatta and the Bunnies. Oh, getting close to the back end of the season. I think we win that. Warriors and the Sharks in Mount Smart Stadium. I'm going to have to go with the home team there. The Roosters and the Panthers. Not going to reveal my tip there. That's going to be a cracking game. Going to go with that one there. Manly Seagulls and the Melbourne Storm. And I can't see the Storm losing that one there. Bulldogs and the Tigers. Going to go with Canterbury Bulldogs to win that game. You've got the Titans and the Cowboys, and I'm going to go with that team there, and they are sitting nice and pretty. They're having a really good season, this team. The Storm and the Raiders, going to have to go with the Storm at Amy Park, and they jump from 5th into 2nd, which is huge for them. The Dragons and the Panthers, going to go with the Panthers here. Suncorp Stadium for the Roosters and the Dragons. I'm going to go with the Chookies to get the chocolates towards the back end of the season. Rabbitohs and the Titans at Central Coast Stadium. That will be a huge game on the 14th of August. I honestly think both of these teams will be around the top 4. I don't think the Titans will be there, but going to be absolutely awesome there in round 22. Really looking forward to that one. So I won't reveal my tip. Going to be a cracker. Got the Cowboys and the West Tigers. I'm going to go with the Cowboys. Manly and Parramatta. Parramatta coming off spoiler alert. I'm going to go with this team here. I'm going to go with them at home. Spoiler. Warriors and the Bulldogs. I'm going to go with the it's at Mount Smart Stadium. The Bulldogs there. I think the Bulldogs will get the chocolates there against the Warriors. Bulldogs for an upset. Sharks and Newcastle. And I think the Knights will be a little bit too good there. So I like the Bulldogs to pull off an upset there in round 22. Round 23, you got the Titans and the Storm. And we've seen the Storm go from 5th to 3rd. And now they're into 2nd with a win over the Titans, who dropped from 5th to 6th. You got the Raiders and the Seagulls. This game's in Canberra. I'm going to go with the Raiders to win that one. You got the Panthers and the Rabbitohs. This game is at Panthers Stadium as well, which is huge. It's a huge game. I'm going to go with the Penrith Panthers probably. Tigers and the Sharks. I'm going to go with Cronulla at this stage. What do we got? Bulldogs and the Knights. Going to go with the Newcastle Knights to be too good for the doggies there. Broncos and the Warriors. Suncorp. I won't reveal my tip. Dragons and the Roosters. I shouldn't reveal my tip, and I'll probably go the Roosters there. Eels and the Cowboys at Bankwest. Could be a really interesting game, this one. That game is at Bankwest on the 21st of August. Going to go this team here to win that one. Okay, round 24. We've got 2 rounds left. We've got the Manly Seagulls and the Newcastle Knights with the final 2 spots in the 8. Sitting just outside the 8 is the Canberra Raiders with 11-11, and the St. George Illawarra Dragons, as well as the New Zealand Warriors. And once again, a gap between them to the Sharks, the Broncos, the Cowboys in 14th. Oh, they drop off a bit, guys. They drop off a bit. G'day, Kabasing. Knights and the Titans. This game is at McDonald Jones Stadium. One of these teams could miss the 8 if they win or lose this one. Knights home field advantage. Titans having a great season. I'm going to go the Titans with what they did to Newcastle previously. Warriors and the Raiders. The Raiders must win game for them. If they win, they move into 7th. If they lose, they stay in 9th position. And the Raiders, oh my God, they played a great game against the Warriors earlier in the year, 31-34. It's in Mount Smart Stadium. They're coming off a loss to the Bulldogs, the Warriors, and I think they lose again to the Raiders. Roosters and the Rabbitohs at the SCG. Brilliant game of football. Oh, I'm going to go with the Rabbitohs to win that game. I'm going to go with the Rabbitohs at the SCG. I think they've got a little bit too much strike this year, unless injury does it to them. Cowboys and the Dragons. I think the Cowboys definitely due a win here, so I'm going to go the Cowboys. Sharks and the Broncos. Going to go at Jubilee, at Cogra. Probably in favour of the Cronulla Sharks in that one. You got the Storm and the Eels at Amy Park. I think Melbourne. Sea Eagles and the Bulldogs. Could be an interesting game. Bulldogs have just been to New Zealand. They've won a game, but ultimately, I think Manly are sitting in 7th. I have Manly in the top 8 currently, guys. Oh, my God. We go into the final round. Let me just see if I tip against Manly. No, they're still in the top 8. They got the Cowboys in North Queensland, so I'm going to go to Cowboys there. Final round is going to decide it all, guys. You've got the Storm up against the Sharks, and I'm going to go the Sharks because I feel like the Storm will rest a lot of their players to get ready for the finals. So I'm going to go with the Sharks there. You got the Raiders and the Roosters. Raiders have been hitting some form, but going to go with the Sydney Roosters there. You got Parramatta and Penrith, and it's a final game at Bank West, unless we get a final in the top 4. But I'll go Parramatta there. I went Penrith to beat us in Penrith, but I'll go Parramatta there. You got the Broncos and the Knights. If the Knights win this, they move from 9th to 7th. If the Broncos win, then the Broncos stop Newcastle from making the top 8. And I think the Knights, they'll be fired up to play finals footy, and they will win that game. You got the Rabbitohs and the Dragons. The Rabbitohs currently sitting in 4th. They win that game. They move into 2nd. You got the Titans and the Warriors. This game is at Seabus Super Stadium. If the Titans win, they stay in 6. If they lose, they stay in 6. I'm going to go with the Titans. The final game sees the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs and the West Tigers. Now, really interesting here is if the Bulldogs win this game, they move from 2nd last into 14th. If the Tigers win this game, well, the Tigers, no, actually, they've got the spoon. They've got the wooden spoon. I'm predicting the Tigers, West Tigers, wooden spooners, guys, with 19 losses and 5 wins to their name. And honestly, I think the Bulldogs will beat them. So the teams that unfortunately miss out on the 8, guys, in my ladder predictor based on the season so far and the form, I've got the Raiders in 9th position. They missed out on the top 8. Got the Dragons in 10th. Not a bad season for them considering we all predicted them to get the wooden spoon. The Warriors in 11th. I could see this one. They've been hit by injuries, but I can't see them being around that bottom 4 the way they've been playing. The Cronulla Sharks in 12th. They could finish lower, in my opinion. Not a bad prediction there for them. The Cowboys in 13th. The Cowboys have been really impressive over the last couple of weeks, but when they come against some tougher sides and get that tougher draw, going to struggle to get some wins on the board, methinks. You've got the Bulldogs in 14th, so they've gone from 15th to 14th in that final round of almost spoon bowl. The Broncos in 16th, they narrowly avoid the wooden spoon by 2 games. And, I've got the Tigers winning 4 games. So 3 games for the remainder of the season in favour of the West Tigers for that one. So let's go on to finals, guys. We've got a top 8. The Penrith Panthers as minor premiers with 19 wins and 5 losses to their name. So really good season, really healthy, I think, to have some losses as well. South Sydney Rabbitohs in second with 18-6. A lot of people predicting these teams to be premiers. The Melbourne Storm, they're always up there in third, and they're there with Parramatta 17-7. Same. So Parramatta in fourth there, getting that top four spot, which is exactly what I've got. I probably honestly have it in that order as well. That is legitimately my top four based on forms. It's crazy that the ladder predictor, after all those rounds, has done the exact same thing. Craig Hyde mentioned me. I've got the Panthers. So outside the top four, sorry, I've got the Roosters, the Titans, the Knights, and I don't know how, but I've got the Sea Eagles. I've got Manly turning Lottoland into a bit of a fortress, guys. Imagine if they were playing. Well, they already played at Lottoland against the Penrith Panthers, and they got embarrassed. But yeah, I've got Manly in 8th position. So let's move into final week 1. You got a qualifying final between the Penrith Panthers and the Parramatta Eels, and I think Penrith will win that. I think they'll be a little bit too good for us, even though we beat them at Bankwest in that final round. I think they'll get revenge. You've got the Roosters and the Sea Eagles. Now, the Roosters, I'm not sure if their injuries come back. The Sea Eagles, great season. I'm gonna go Manly here, guys. I'm gonna go Manly. Manly advanced to week 2 of the final. Gold Coast Titans and the Newcastle Knights. Titans have had a mad season. They're also at home for this game, so gonna go the Titans. The Knights, unfortunately, guys, you go week 1, loss again. Rabbitohs and the Storm. This will be an absolutely huge game. We've got it next week at ANZ. This game will probably be at ANZ because the Rabbitohs finishing in second, get the home advantage over the Storm. But ultimately, I feel like the Storm will win and the Storm will qualify into the prelim. So in the knockouts, you've got the rivalry of the Parramatta Eels versus the Manly Sea Eagles in week 2. And I'm going to go with my boys here, the Parramatta Eels, to advance. I think Manly have had a really solid season, especially from the start of the year to finish in 8th position with 13 wins and just 11 losses, minus 15 as their points differential apparently as well. I'm going to go with the Parramatta Eels there. And you've got the South Sydney Rabbitohs up against the Gold Coast Titans. Been a great year for the Titans, but I think they bow out with the Manly Sea Eagles here. And I'm going to take Parramatta and the Rabbitohs to advance in the prelim. Okay, so the grand final that I have for the year is the Penrith Panthers and the Melbourne Storm, guys. That's what I predicted at the start of the year. A grand final rematch where the Panthers win. Now, according to my ladder predictor, the prelim is the Penrith Panthers and the South Sydney Rabbitohs. And it'll be a really close game. Penrith have had a great season. Rabbitohs have so much depth in their squad, but I can't see the Penrith losing. They just find a way to win games. You got the Melbourne Storm. They're sitting in third. Parramatta in fourth. It's a huge game. I'm going to go with, oh my God, it's at neutral ground too, I think, because it's a prelim, so it will probably be, it'll be in Melbourne, actually. I think it'll be in Melbourne. I hate to do it. I'm going to tip it. So there you go. Penrith Panthers and the Melbourne Storm. The Penrith Panthers win. Just to recap, guys, this was the NRL 2021 ladder predictor based on the season so far. And here is 1st to 16th in this order. The Penrith Panthers with 19 wins and 5 losses. The South Sydney Rabbitohs with 18 wins and 18 wins and 6 losses. The Melbourne Storm with 17 wins and 7 losses, as well as the Parramatta Eel in 17 wins and 7 losses, 4th position. The Sydney Roosters with 16 wins and 8 losses, and I think that's a really good job from the Roosters considering all their injuries. You've got the Gold Coast Titans as well as 16 and 16 and 8 for that game. Newcastle Knights in 7th position. I think that's where I might have put them in my preseason, actually. And the Titans, I had the Titans in 8th originally. And the Manly Sea Eagle making the top 8, snatching that spot from the Canberra Raiders, who slip out of the 8, going 12 wins and 12 losses. So that's the top 8 and that 9th position. From 10th, you've got 9 wins to the St. George Illawarra Dragons. So a 3-game gap between the Dragons and the Raiders. And you got 15-9 for the Warriors. You got 8 wins and 16 losses for the Cronulla Sharks. I think I put them in 12th. You got the Cowboys at 8-16. You got the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs picking up 7 wins for the season. A lot of people think they won't get many wins, but there you go. 7 is my prediction. Brisbane Broncos, 6 wins and 18 losses. I could see that happening. I don't think they're great this year, but I don't think they'll be wooden spooners. And the West Tigers, wooden spooners with 4 wins and 20 losses. So let me know if you agree or disagree with my 2021 ladder predictor after 7 rounds. I'm going to take a screenshot of this so I can look back at it and analyze it myself as well. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off. Thanks for jumping on the live stream. Wow, there you go. Manly Seagulls. I think right now they're a little bit overrated. I think they're in some good form, but don't expect much of them of the whole season. I thought they'd drop off, but they just make it. They make that 8th position, and apparently the Canberra Raiders finish in 9th. So, interesting season. Penrith Panthers again, minor premiers, and the South Sydney Rabbitohs obviously rising into 2nd position, and Melbourne Storm and Parramatta once again in the top 4. So very similar to last year with the Roosters dropping out. Awesome, guys. I'm going to jump off. Thank you for joining this video. I'll definitely see you guys on Sunday for the Warriors versus Cowboys vlog, but I would like to do a stream for the Penrith Panthers and the Manly game. So keep your eyes out there. I can't get to Eels and Bulldogs, guys, so do apologise, but I'll try and stream that game. If you're new to the channel, make sure you do subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.